Hello and welcome to video 2 of the grade 1 bundle. Now today we're going to be looking at simple perimeter, area and volume. Perimeter means add all the lengths around the outside of a shape. So if I was to find the perimeter of the shape here at the top of the screen, I would need to add all of the lengths around the outside. Starting at the top here, I can see that this has a length of 3, and then I need to follow it all the way around the shape. This is 5, making sure that I don't skip any sides out. Now it tells me that I need to add all the lengths. So starting at the top at 3, I'm going to add my way around. 3 plus 2 is 5, plus another 5 is 10, 12, 20, 24. Now it doesn't tell me here what my units are, so it could be 24 centimetres, 24 metres, but in general we accept that 1 square represents 1 centimetres squared. So for perimeter, I'm going to say that my answer is 24 centimetres because that is the total length around the outside of the shape. Now area refers to the space inside the shape in units squared. Now what this tends to mean is when you see 1 square like that, you can assume that it has a value of 1 centimetre squared. So all I need to do is count my squares. Now I've already shaded my first one here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I keep going like that until I count them all. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 and 22. Now this is in units squared, so I write 22 centimetres squared. Now volume represents the space inside the 3D shape in units cubed. In other words, when you see a 3D cube, like this one, we say that this is 1 centimetre cubed because it's 3-dimensional. Time for you to have a go. Press pause, and when you're ready for the answer, press play. Finding the perimeter involves adding the lengths around the outside of the shape, and you have to be careful not to forget any lengths, even the ones that like to hide. For example, this one here. Now if you count them, you have 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 4 is 8, 10, 13, 14, and remember perimeter is the distance around the outside, so it's just centimetres. The area, however, involves counting the squares. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 squares, and I need to give my answer in units squared, so that's 9 centimetres squared. This is one for you and involves volume. Remember what we spoke about on the previous 2 slides and press pause to have a go and then press play when you're ready for the answer. Volume involves counting squares just like area. The only difference is volume refers to 3D shapes and each 1 cube represents 1 centimetre cubed. Now you just have to be careful to count all of the cubes that you can see and even the ones that you can't see but know must be there from the diagram. So I can see on the top here I have 1 cube there at the back, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. That's 6 cubes on the top because each one is represented like that, but I'm just going to colour the top part so that I know I've counted it. Now on the bottom I can see there is another cube here So that makes 7, 8, 9, and I know that there's a cube here as well, 10. And again, each box that I've coloured represents the entire cube. So I can see that this has 10 centimetres cubed. Here is a GCSE question. Press pause and have a go, and when you're ready, press play. The volume of this solid prism is found by counting the number of cubes. You are given a key that we discussed before. 1 cube is equal to 1 centimetre cubed. That just means a 3-dimensional centimetre cube. So I'm going to count it from the top. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cubes. So that's 4 on my first layer, because remember these 4 that I've just coloured represent the entire cube. On the second layer, I can see I have 1, 2, 3 at the front, and there is 1 and then 2, 3 at the back. So hopefully you can see that that means there are 6 cubes on this second row. Then underneath it I have the same 6 from above plus an extra 2 cubes here. So I have 8 on this row, and finally I have the same 8 underneath from above plus the extra 2 here, giving me 10. Now I need to add these numbers if I'm going to get the total volume. So 10 plus 8 is 18, 10 plus 8, 18 plus 6 is 24, and 24 plus 4 is 28. So my answer here is 28 centimetres cubed. Here is a super challenge question for you. Press pause and have a go, and when you're ready, press play. To find the area of the shaded shape, we only need to count the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 centimetres squared is my answer. The perimeter involves adding around the outside of the shape, taking care to include all sides. So starting here at the top, I have 1 along here. Then it goes 3 down, 3 across, and 3 back up. And I have another 1 here. But I can't forget my little one here, and here, and here. So just those 3 alone make 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. Plus another 3 is 10. 13, 14 centimetres is the perimeter. And finally, you are given a solid shape and asked to work out the volume. Remember, we just count squares again, but give our answer in centimetres cubed. So I can see that here at the front, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cubes. And that represents this entire block. These are my 4 cubes. Now that happens again over here. These are my 4 cubes, because I have 1 on the top, 1 behind it, that makes 2, and then the 2 underneath, so that's another 4. The same happens here in this back set of 4. Then I can see that I have 2 cubes here and another 2 here, and I need to add them up. 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 4 is 10, plus 2, 12, plus 4, 16. So I know that the answer is 16 centimetres cubed. Well done. You've now completed video 2 of 7. Have a go at video 3. And if you'd like more practice on this topic, follow the links below.